And the organizing secretary is Professor Y. Muniraju. Sir, over to you to give a glimpse of this lecture series.
I'm not taking much time because 3 lectures you already heard. Most respected, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Sir, and President of this program, Professor P. Subramanya Yadapadataya, Sir. The speakers, Sri C.A. S.S. Nayak, Chairman, ICCI Mangalore, Sri C.A. Gokul Daswai, World Bank Executive USA, Rajesh Nayak, Director, College for Banking and Finance, Muscat, Oman, and probably this is the first time the 3 departments are integrated, jointly organized. 3 departments are jointly existing in the department. The senior most professor in our university, Professor Vishwanatha Sir, the Chairman of Economics, Professor Kuttana, because he is a special, our madam is telling about that. These arrangements are made by Professor Kuttana, so that is a special for that. And our department chairman, Parameshwar Sir, because the Parameshwar Sir and our Vice-Chancellor always instructed us, the students, only 25% learn in the classroom. Remaining 20% is reading and library and e-resources. Remaining 20% self-learning. Remaining 20% should be attended this type of programs. So then only you are fully learning. Because our Vice-Chancellor are always instructed us, whenever there is a meeting, faculty meeting, students first, Vice-Chancellor and staff is the next. It means your growth and development is a priority for our Mangalore University. If your growth, our university is supported that. Our Vice-Chancellor is about that. Yes, friends, I have already spoken many times, so I'm not taking much time. You will see that India journey since 1947 to 2022. 1947. We never experienced the pain. We don't know the sacrifice. How many people are sacrificed? Amrut Kal. Amrut Kalalalla Amruta Kudita Idavega. Somebody has planted a tree. Now tree is growing 75 years. Fruits are there. Whether you are able to capacity to climb the tree and take the fruit or still idea and the area. ಆಮೇಲೆ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಜಾಬ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡೋರು ಜಾಬ್ ಮೇಕರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸೊ ಸರ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್ ನಾಯ್ಕ್ ಸರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಕಾರ್ನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ 100 ಯೂನಿಕಾರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ one unicorn is 1 billion transaction. It means 1 billion means 8,000 crores. You cannot able to earn as an employee. So in these situations, so your all Amrut calls are there. There are lot of opportunities are there. Green revolution, white revolution, yellow revolution, demand revolution, industrial revolution, 4.0. In these situations, you are all very lucky. We are all very lucky. We are now the fruit eaters. So in these situations, all our skills are important. How that one? Because in 1947, our population was only 3.300 of crores. Under that, 80% of people are suffering. Today, our population is more than 130 billion. Demand is there. So we are very happy about that. We are not suffering. We are not deprived of any opportunities. And India, we know there are 4 R's. First R is all over the world. Now India is recognized. Second R is reputation. Third R is respect. All over the world, India is respected because our is development with democracy. We are peace-loving country. Today, Raksha Bandhan. We have Indians are excellent, unique relationship with the sisters and brothers. We have 4 R's are achieved. Democracy with development. In this situation, friends, we are very happy about that. Whether you have to develop these things, whether you have reform, perform and transform. It is our hand. So for that, you required 4 hours. 4 things are required. First one is wisdom. ನಮಗೆ because already ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ has spoken about that. ನಮಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿನಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯೆ everyone has educated. Whether you have wisdom, whether you have sagacity, whether you have intelligence. ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಆಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. The first one. Second one is self confidence, including skill, ability and all those things. Self university ಬಂದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಬದುಕಬಲ್ಲೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆಯಾ? So there is second one. Third one is a vision. ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮಗೆ? Ability to think forever. ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Imagination ಇದೆಯಾ? Whether you have an imagination, whether you have an idea generation. The fourth one is courage, bravery. ಧೈರ್ಯ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಇದ್ರೆ we are able to rule all over the world in the ಅಮೃತ ಕಾಲ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಮೃತ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಅಮೃತ ಕುಡಿತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. 25 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ಭಾರತ ಬಹಳ ಸಾಹಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದರೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷರಿ ನಾವು. ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಈ ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 25 ದೇಶವನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವಗುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.
Thank you, sir, for your message. With all the R's added, we add a R to you, and that is the most resilient person. A big round of applause to Professor Vice-Chancellor, sir. We have the senior most professor, Professor Vishwanatha, with us. Extremely a pleasure and delight to have you here, sir. And now, may I request you to give an essence on social and financial progress this particular lecture series. Over to you, sir.
Chairman of today's function, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, sir, and the other dignitaries and the dais, Dr. Rajesh Nayak, Shri C.A. Gokul Daspai, Shri C.A.S.S. Nayak, Professor Vaidmila, Dr. Parameshwar, Dr. Kutrana, and all the invitees and the students. I'm not here to deliver any structured speech and all that. So, just, since the Honorable Vice-Chancellor is coming to inaugurate, Professor Muniraj requested me to be present with the Honorable Vice-Chancellor. So, I agreed to come to this function. Anyway, I am with them for all these, academic programs. The topic is very relevant. Social and financial progress of Indian economy in 75 years, and which the departments, all the three departments, because these three departments are directly, connected with this. And in fact, this falls under economics domain, the social and financial progress of Indian economy. And the Department of Economics was supposed to take the lead, but due to certain constraints, we were not able to put up any proposal. But Muniraju has done a wonderful work on behalf of all of us. I congratulate him on this occasion. As an economist, I have my own perspective. All the three speakers, I think two of them already delivered, and they might have spoken on very important topics like capability to recruit for white collar jobs globally and other aspects. But as an economist, here I need to examine the vast achievements. Because today we are celebrating Amrita Mahotsav. We have completed 75 years of our independence. And this Indian economy, or this country, has graduated from one of the poorest countries to one of the fastest growing economy in this 75 years. And today India is considered to be the fifth largest economy in terms of GDP production, total production. And we aspire, and our leaders, our policymakers, aspire to be the world leader in economic activities. We are aspiring to be third world largest economy in few years. And many want to take over all other economies, even USA. And today USA stands first in the global economy in terms of production of GDP. If you look at the journey of these 75 years, the journey is not so smooth. Lot of turbulence, and many of you were not born. When India had to receive food aid from developed countries, we were struggling even to meet the food requirement of this country in 60s and mid 70s. But today India is an net exporter of the food grains to other parts of the world. So the remarkable achievements have been made during the last 70 years. That achievements we need to examine. When we got independence in 1947, our GDP roughly was less than $3 lakh. In 2020, it was estimated to be $135 lakh. Probably in 2021, crossing $145 lakh. Now there are many achievements. So that in our cities. Hardly we, producing 55 million tons in 1950 when we started our first 5-year plan. But by the end of 12th 5-year plan, 13th plan, we were able to cross 250 million tons of food. And today, more than 305 million tons, more than 340 million tons of food we are producing. It's a remarkable achievement. No doubt. What was our life expectancy when we got independence? It was just 37 years. What is today? 69 years. We are shortly crossing 70. If things go well, definitely we will touch. Another 10 years we will touch. Very few $1,000s of foreign exchange, but today we have $45 billion foreign exchange. Almost all 85% of the population was living below the poverty line when we had independence. But today, roughly around 25%. If you go by the global standard of $1.9 per day, roughly 25 to 30%, because it's fluctuating. For the last 5 to 6 years, we don't have very reliable, adequate data on social key indicators in this country. That's unfortunate. Anyway, that's a different story. 85% of the population, probably 90%, were illiterates. Today, more than 80% are literate. Hardly 15% were enrolled in primary schools when we attained independence. Today, more than 85% of the children are enrolled in primary and high schools, secondary schools. Not even 3% of the population were in universities. But today, nearly more than 27% of the graduates in the age group of 19 to 24 years are in the universities, higher education. Roughly around 3,000 villages had electricity in 1947, but today more than 5,49,000 villages have got electricity. So these are all the remarkable achievements. There are so many things. If I narrate, I have to go on telling so many things. Right? I am not here to deliver this lecture. Probably other speakers may speak. But there are certain challenges. And we must be proud to be independent. Because of independence, we achieve our goals. Some economists, they say that there is no magic in independence. They quote Nepal, they quote China, they quote many other countries which never fell into foreign rule, but they did a very remarkable job. But the India during British rule, suffered a lot. India was just exporter of the raw materials to the European economies, mainly British economy. But today, India is one of the emerging global economic powers. One of the global emerging economic powers in the world. And this is mainly because of our independence. I am so happy to say that India has achieved a lot. And we must celebrate the 75 years of Azadi Community also. But we must celebrate with caution. Because there are many things before us as challenges. There are many things before us. And we need to understand the aspirations of the young generation. We have many challenges before us. We should not be satisfied with the achievements. We need to sustain the achievements. We need to carry the sustained effort to achieve much more to overcome these challenges. What are the challenges? If you look at the wealth distribution of this country, nearly 10% of the population of this country is having 72% of the country's wealth and 56% of the income. Do you know further inequality? Just 1% of this country population is commanding 50% of the wealth. What is the population of this country? 1.4 billion approximately. 1% is having everything. And top 50% of top 50% of the population is having just 12% of the wealth and income. If you relax the criteria of poverty, absolute poverty for measuring World Bank criteria of $1.9 to around $3.5, that needs to be done because the present yardstick is very rigid and conventional. This has to be relaxed. Given the context of Amartya Sen's capability approach and all that. India accounts for 42% of the absolute poverty population. Lots to be achieved in the field of health and education. Our retention at the high school is just 60%. Still, it needs to be done. Still, we are not 100% literate country. We need to keep this in mind. The universal access and provision of the primary facilities or basic facilities like health, education, food, and nutrition, and many other things are key to success and celebrate Indian independence century with pride. In the next quarter of the century, another 15 or 25 years, we have a lot of challenges. India has transformed from a rigid economy, controlled economy, to a liberalized economy. Thanks to the then Prime Minister and Manmohan Singh, economist and former Prime Minister. Had he not brought this LPG model, probably India would be nowhere. During the last 25 years, India has lifted 162 million people out of poverty. But whereas China has lifted 731 million people out of poverty. China is a communist country, India is a democratic country. Had we not liberalized the economy, had we not embraced this LPG model, probably we would not be able to achieve these things. During 15 years, from 2000 2000 to 2013, nearly, we have lifted 60 million people. We have Food Guarantee Act, Food Security Act, Employment Guarantee Act, but yet India is experiencing joblessness for the last 6 to 7 years. You may blame Corona and many other things, but we need to restructure our policies. We talk about liberal economy, we talk about market economy, but still it's not liberalized. Still our entrepreneurs struggle with bureaucratic controls, bureaucratic hardships. Not everything is liberalized, and there is no need to liberalize everything. But you need to create a free environment for this capacity. Think big easy, but do big is very difficult. Professor in Rodan in economics, great economist says, think big, do big. We always ask people to think big, do big, but we never encourage them, never create an environment where they can do big things. So the persisting poverty, jobless growth, and focusless policies are affecting India emerging as a global leader. And if our policymakers, rulers take care of these things and restructure our policies and focus on these things, I just mentioned few, but there are many. I don't want to give a prolonged lecture. So India definitely will achieve a lot coming years. And if you take note of these things at this moment when we are celebrating 75th year of independence, I think that is something that we need to attain and that we need to focus, and that is something that will give and understand the importance of independence. Independence, it's easy to talk on independence. It's easy to enjoy independence, but all of us must realize our responsibility in strengthening this environment so that India progresses in a sustainable manner, so that India becomes superpower. Then only the celebrations become much more meaningful and will definitely help us to achieve many more. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. We definitely appreciate the glimpse given by you on social and financial progress of Indian economy, and for your message that we need to celebrate, yes, but we definitely need to contribute to the Indian economy. Can we have a big round of applause to Professor Vishwanatha for those amazing glimpses? Well, 25 years from now, we'll be celebrating 100 years of India being independent. Well, in that place, you would definitely come to this particular site in the next 25 years. There is one person who was there few years back and he has come here, and that is none other than our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor P. Subramanya Yadapadikaya, sir. I'm very sure the first years will be seeing sir for the first time to see here, and it is our joy, it is our pleasure, and definitely our honor. Sir was a student of our own department. He was also the teaching faculty here, and he is our teacher. And with much pride, we definitely say it is our person there at the helm of affairs, and now currently the Honorable Vice-Chancellor of this great university. Well, when we see sir, there is a nice message. Survive the dark and will definitely become the light. And this is what we have seen in the life of our Honorable Vice-Chancellor. It is definitely our joy More than our joy, it is our real great moment to have Sir as the inaugurator of this lecture series. May I now request Sir, our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, along with all the dignitaries on the dais, to come down and please requesting you to light the lamp as a symbolic start to this special lecture series, Social and Financial Progress of Indian Economy. Can you please rise for the solemn moment? Dear inaugurator and all the dignitaries for giving this vibrant start. Well, we were extremely lucky from morning because there is an enrichment of our minds. Three eminent resource persons. They have spoken their heart out. But on this moment, definitely there be certain thoughts that they would like to put together in a very short span of time. May I request Dr. Rajesh Nayak, Director Training, College of Bank and Financial Studies, Muscat, Oman, to kindly come forward and give a small glimpse of your sharing, sir. We request you to kindly keep it very short and simple, just like a kiss. Short and simple.
Just a couple of points here, since you already heard me earlier. The highlight of this function is going to be the release of the third book compiled by CA SS9, which is called Wise Words of the Wise. In 2015, when SS9 completed 25 years in the profession, he had released the first book. So it was subsequently followed by a second book on demand. And today he is going to release the third book. It is said that one who does not know and does not know that he does not know, he is a fool, avoid it. One who does not know and knows that he does not know, he is a student, teaching. One who knows and does not know that he knows, he is sleeping, wake him up. And one who knows and knows that he knows, he is a leader, follow him. SS Naik happens to be such a leader in the profession. He is like a Chaturmukha Brahma. It is very difficult to describe him because it's like trying to describe all the 7 colors of the rainbow, or like trying to enclose all the water of the 7 oceans of the world in one tiny glass. He is a very successful chartered accountant. His office is also the breeding ground for over 50,000 entrepreneurs. And he also has been a teacher who loves to teach and share knowledge. So on this occasion of releasing his third book, I would like to extend best wishes to him and hope that many more books will follow in the coming days. And it is a matter of particular happiness that the book is being released in the distinguished presence of my teacher, Dr. Yadapaditaya. As Madam mentioned in her address, he has been a student, a teacher, and now the Vice-Chancellor of the university. And perhaps in the 80s, he had the unique experience which most students of Mangalore University cannot claim to have had. He has done a Padayatra all the way from Konaje to Mangalore. with a group of students when there was when the bus services were not available due to some reason. And incidentally, one of the students who accompanied him then happens to be married to him now. It is, when we speak of the 75th year of independence, we speak of Gandhi's Padayatras, which played a leading role in getting India independence. But this was a Padayatra with a difference, where he eventually lost his independence. So I would like to really acknowledge his presence here, sir. It is always a pleasure to interact with you. Even after I graduated from here, we have continued our interactions. And in a sense, we all your students feel a collective sense of achievement and pride when we see you occupying the highest position in the Mangalore University. Okay? So with these few words, as Madam said, keep it short and sweet. I don't know whether I've kept it short, but I hope I've kept it sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was the best kiss that all students have got. Thank you so much. Well, with the right message, if you want to find your partner, keep walking. Thank you. Well, we have the second speaker. We are extremely delighted to have Shri C.A. Gokul Das Pai, World Bank Executive and Founding Chairman, Washington DC Chapter of ICAI USA. Sir, over to you for the second kiss.
Yeah, thank you everyone. It is very great. I'll keep it very short because I've already spoken and nothing more to speak. But just while sitting, I remember when we talked about Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and what India has achieved in last 75 years. I was a student when India celebrated its 50th Independence Day. I was around 18 years studying, still doing my graduation just like you people. And back then, 25 years back, when India celebrated its 50 years, there was nothing much to show real because at 75 we have a lot of achievements to show, and even by IMF's prediction, India is one of the fastest growing economy. But at 50th year when I was a student, there was not much growth to show. I mean, India had liberalized in 1992, but and it was slowly opening up. But in terms of technological growth, we did not have internet, we did not have mobile phones, which was far off, and not even computers. And we had a lot of struggle in terms of finding decent jobs up to 2005, 2002, 2003. But coming to 75th year of independence, we have made a lot of progress, and I'm sure when we move to 100th year in next 25 years, when a lot of you would have made strong progress in your career, India will be one of the global forces to reckon with, and a lot of predictions and IMF and other international organizations forecast bright future for India and for all the youth. Now coming to the book release by C.A. S.S. Nayak, I am really privileged to read two of his previous books, the Wise Words of Wisdom and More Words, Wise Words of Wisdom. The thing about the book is it has a lot of interesting quotes, inspirational sayings. And what it does to all of us is every day when we read these small inspirational quotes, it acts like we talked about business tonic. This is like our motivational tonic to inspire us every day. When we are down and very busy with our daily life and facing so many challenges, some inspirational quotes and motivational quotes will always help us to lift our spirits. And that is what C.A. S.S. Nayak's book, previous two books have done, and I've read a lot of quotes, and many times it is very inspirational to me, and I'm sure I've not read the third book except few pages, but I'm sure it will be good, and I wish him good luck on the book launch today. And thank you all the Mangalore University professors and Vice-Chancellor for inviting and making us part of this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Pai, for those words where you have always encouraged the students as well as people around you. Thank you so much. Well, lots been said about the third book, and now is the solemn moment. A wise person knows that there is something to be learned from everyone. And here we are having the third book coming up, Wise Words of the Wise. And the author is Shri C.A.S.S. Nayak. I request Professor P. Subramania Yadapadikaya, sir, along with all the dignitaries, to kindly unopen Wise Words of the Wise by author Shri C.A.S.S. Nayak. Well, all the wise words being put here, please do grab a copy. We now have a thought-saving session by Shri C.A.S.S. Nayak, sir, the author of the book.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Vice-Chancellor of Mangalore University and galaxy of professors, faculty and vibrant students. It gives me immense pleasure to get released this book with the golden hands of our Vice-Chancellor and my most beloved and most inspiring person, Sri Dr. P.S. Yadapadikaya sir. Thank you very much for making this memorable event. As it is wise words of the wise, I thought only wise people should release. That's why today is the occasion to get released by our Vice-Chancellor. Madam has already told, so our speech should be short, just like a kiss. Regarding kiss, one small quote I will give. To miss the kiss is a tragedy, to kiss the miss is a comedy. So, and Dr. Rajesh Nayak is always witty, humorist, and he has authority in the subject. I am proud to say that he has given forward to my earlier two books and continued to give forward for the third book also. Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Nayak, for being part of my three-book release with your forward. Likewise, in this third book, Wise Words of the Wise, C.A. Gokuldas Pai, distinguished personality, executive of World Bank, he has also given forward. So I am very proud that C.A. Gokuldas Pai, thank you for giving forward to this book. I have written one preface also, and I would like to inform you that I am going to donate 25 books each to the university library. All my three books, Words of the Wise, More Words of the Wise, and Wise Words of the Wise. Please make use of these books because Richard Livingston said, everybody seems to know X, Y, Z of everything, but nobody knows ABC of anything. You need to be jock of all, master of? No, it is same now. Jock of all, but master of at least one. So you are all doing masters now? Okay, you should be masters of one at least, but you should know everything. So, in this book, earlier two books also I have written, nobody is useless. he is useless. It is said in Sanskrit also, amantram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadam, ayodhyaha purusho nasti. There is no word without any meaning. Nasti moolam anaushadam. There is no medicinal root, there is no root or a leaf of any plant without medicinal value. Likewise, ayodhyaha purusho nasti. That means there is no useless person. He is useless. But therefore you should not be useless. You should make use more and more. You should sit more in library rather than in other places. But nowadays we find people in other places than in library. Okay. Next, yojataha tatra dullabha. But we are lack of plotters or planners. Fail to plan is plan to fail. Plan your career, plan your academics, plan your life, and you should have vision. As your university's logo, it says Jnaname Belaku, that is, knowledge is light. Let this knowledge be spread many more. As Benjamin Franklin told, the investment in knowledge pays best interest. And to conclude, Subhashita, he also explains, Na chora haryam, na raja haryam, na bhatra bhajyam, na bhara kari, vyaye krate vardhate nityam, vidyadhanam sarvadhana pradhanam. No thief can steal the knowledge. No government or no king can confiscate your knowledge. No, it cannot be partitioned among brothers or sisters. Vyaye krate vardhate nityam. More and more you spend, more and more you disseminate, your knowledge will increase. Therefore, vidyadhanam sarvadhana pradhanam. That is the most precious wealth is knowledge. Knowledge is wealth. Make use of your university campus to enhance your knowledge and apply your knowledge properly. It is called wisdom. And our Muniraj sir already told regarding how to learn 20%. But there is small with your permission. So, even Anadi ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಸುಭಾಷಿತಕಾರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Not 20%, 25. ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಪಾದಂ ಆದತ್ತೆ, ಪಾದಂ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಸ್ವಮೇಧಯ, ಪಾದಂ ಸಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿಭ್ಯ, ಪಾದಂ ಕಾಲಕ್ರಮೇಣ ಚ. That means acharya padam adatte. 25% we should learn from gurus. Padam shishya swamedaya. That means you should improvise your study. How you will improvise? Shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam. Then only you can have sakshatkaram. So padam sabrahmacharibhya. With debate, discussion, fruitful and useful debates and arguments, anything you can do with your sahapatigalottige. Likewise, agam kalakramena cha, 75% you can learn, 75% jivana pata. Throughout life, you have to keep on learning. Life is like a bicycle. In order to maintain, you should move on. That quote is also there. One more quote I have put in another book. There are many. Don't take it easy, but make it easy. And in this book, last I have written, you should adopt, I will not rest until I am the best. I will not rest until I am the best. Once I am the best, I will see what is next. So that we can learn from our Vice-Chancellor, Thank you very much for at this August gathering, that is Azadika Amrit Mahotsav special lecture series, and to release my book. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Nayak, for definitely those words from tragedy to comedy. And definitely looking at you, we see a rock steady person. And here the students who somewhere feel that they are nobody, looking at your book, reading your book, they would definitely become somebody. Can we give a big round of applause to CASS?
Be read by everybody.
Please, everybody has to be included and see that your life becomes totally embodied. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. A nice phrase goes like this. Please build your CV so that you become a VC. This is something that I have put always, and we have such a beautiful CV of the VC, and please read it because it has everything. We now have the presidential remarks from our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor P. Subramanian Yedapadikaya. Sir, over to you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಈ ಆಜಾದಿ ಕಾ ಅಮೃತ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಇನ್ 75 ಇಯರ್ಸ್, ಅದರ ಈ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನಾ ಸಮಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯ ಮಾನ್ಯರೇ, ಈಗ ಟೈಮ್ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ 4 ನಿಮಿಷ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನನಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅವರೇ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಪತ್ರಿಕಾ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮತ್ತು ದೃಶ್ಯ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಸನ್ನಿಹಿತರು, ಈ 3 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ಭುತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು, ವೆರಿ ಫ್ಯಾಸಿನೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್, incidentally was my student. I learned many things from him as a teacher. Always I will tell one thing to all my young friends. Only when you ask question to me, you can find real teacher in me. ಅದು ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯ ಆದದ್ದೇ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕೋಟ ನಾನು ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ. Great goes to my student, Dr. Rajesh. Without any exception, ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕನಿಷ್ಠ 5 ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಕೇಳುವವರು ಪಂಚಮಂ ಕಾರ್ಯಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹುಡುಗರು ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ 1% could stand in the crowd ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯ್ಕ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಮರ್ಡರ್ ಆದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಡನ್ ಬಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ಎ ಗ್ರೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಲ್ಟ್. ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಬಹಳ ಸಹೃದಯಿ ಬಂಧುಗಳು, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಸುಖ ದುಃಖ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ, ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಬಾಂಬೆ ಲಕ್ಕಿ ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇತ್ತು, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹೊರಟು ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಚಕ್ಲಿ ತಿಂದು ಗುಡುಗುಡಂಗಡಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಚಕ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದು 7-8 ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ M.Com ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ದವರಿದ್ರು. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಯ್ತು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮದುವೆ ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಸಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಏನು ವಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್. ಅದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾಯಿ ಬಿದ್ದ ನಂತರ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಹಾಕೋದು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಏನು, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲದು, ವಾಕ್ ದ ಟಾಕ್. So it means you have to honor your commitment always at a higher price. Walk the talk. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಪಾಠ ಪ್ರವಚನ ಕೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಎರಡೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರೋದು. ಅದು NEP 2020 ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಸಂತ ಮಹನೀಯರು ನಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡಿದ್ದು 75 ವರ್ಷದ ಈ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ. ಆಜಾದಿ ಕಾ ಅಮೃತ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ್ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮುಂದಿನ 25 ವರ್ಷ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಎನಿಸಿದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗೇನೋ ಪಿಕಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. ಯು ಆರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇವ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೀಲ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನಿ, ಎನಿಮಿ ಲೈಸ್ ವಿದಿನ್. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಬೈದು ದೂಡಿ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆತ್ಮಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಆತ್ಮಾವಲೋಕನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಆತ್ಮ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಆತ್ಮಾನುಸಂಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಟೀಚರ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತವಳು ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತವ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನು, ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಎತ್ತ ಕಡೆ ಸಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಫರ್ಮ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, 70% ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನಫ್, ನೆವರ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಟ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಈ ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ. ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಗೋಕುಲ್ ದಾಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಗೋಕುಲ್ ದಾಸ್, CA ಗೋಕುಲ್ ದಾಸ್ ರಾಯ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಟು ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ CAಗಳು ಹಾಗೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು CA. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು CA ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ CA ಅವರ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ್ಯ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯ್ಕರು ಮೂಲದವರು ಇತ್ತು, ಅವರ ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಕುದುರೆಮುಖ ಅಗ್ರೋಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರನ್ನೇ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ CA ಗೋಕುಲ್ ದಾಸ್ ಪೈ ಅವರು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್, ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ಟನ್ DC ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ICA ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಮಾತು ಕೇಳುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಪುನಃ ನೆನಪಾಯಿತು. CA ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ಫೋಕಸ್ಡ್. ಇವ್ರು ಕಿಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, 3 ಜನ ಕಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ರು, ನಾನು ಫೈನಲ್ ಕಿಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದವ. ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ KISS, ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್. ನನ್ನಂತವ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಪಿಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಗೋಕುಲ್ ದಾಸ್ ಪೈ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಬಹಳ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಕೇಪಬಲ್ ಟು ಈಕ್ವಿಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೈಟ್ ಕಾಲರ್ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲಿ. ಹೇಗೂ ಇವ್ರು ಎಂಪವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಯೂತ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇವರಿಬ್ರು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ SS ನಾಯಕರು ಬೇರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಲಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿಕ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಲಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡುವಂಥ. ಈಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಲುಕ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಶಿವಕೇರ್ನ ಬುಕ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿನ್ ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ರಿ. ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಎರಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. he will do different things and he will do things differently. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಅವರ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟಾನಿಕ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬಹಳ ಖುಷಿ ಪಟ್ಟವ. 3 ಸಲ ಅವರ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. 4 ಸಂಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಹೋಲ್ ಮಂತ್ ನಮ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ಈ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಸೀಟ್ 2 ಜನ ಬುಕ್ ಆದಾಗ ಆಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅಂತ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನನಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಫ್ BCom ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬಂಡರ್ಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕುಂದಾಪುರ. ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕರ ಗೈಡ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಕುಸುಮಾಕರ್ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾರ್ ಅಂತ, ಅವರ ಶಿಷ್ಯ SS ನಾಯಕ್. ಸೊ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ PG ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನಗೂ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಸಾಮ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಸಮಾನ ಮನಸ್ಕರು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅವರು ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಈ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫೀ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ GST ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ನಾವು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ G2G ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫೀ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಅದು ಸರ್ವಿಸು ಏನೇನೋ ಬಂತು. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಯ್ತು, ಯಾರನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾರು ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರೇ, ಕೆಟ್ಟವರು ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಕೆಟ್ಟವರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆದನ್ನು ನೋಡುವಂತ ಗುಣ ನನ್ನಾಗೆ ಸಂಪಾದಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು, ಸುಲಭ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ಏನಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಂಡದ್ದು, SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಆಗುದಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಅದು ಅವರ ಜಾಯಮಾನ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡುವ, ಈಗ ಶೋ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋ ಆನ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕ್ಲೂ ತೆಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯವರು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು, ವಿನ್ ಆದ್ರು. ನಾವು ವಿನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅವರು ವಿನ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾರು? ನಾವು ವಿನ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾರು? CA ಶ್ರೀ SS ನಾಯಕ್, ವೆರಿ ಹಂಬಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ತುಂಬಿದ ಕೂಡ ತುಳುಕುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಅವರು ಏನು ಆಡುಮುಟ್ಟದ ಸೊಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರು ಕೈ ಹಾಕದ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲವೇ CA ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅವರಂತ ಅಲ್ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವಾ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 25% ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, 50% ಸಮಾಜಮುಖಿ ಜನಪರವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವರು ದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪುಟ್ಟ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಓದಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್, ಮೋರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಈಗ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ Vice-Chancellor ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 300 ಕೋಟಿ ಇದೆ, 17 ಪುಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು 25 ಕಾಪಿ, 25 × 3 75 ಕಾಪಿ ಧರ್ಮಾರ್ಥ ಅವರ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಪ್ರೈಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಬೈ ಮಾಡೋದೇ. ಸೊ ನೋ ಪ್ರೈಸೇ. ಸೊ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಅವರನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಓದಬೇಕು. ಗೋಕುಲ್ದಾಸ್ ಪೈ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆ ಕೋಟನ್ನು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬರೀಯದು, ನೀವು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಟೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಲೇ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದಾದರೂ ಕೋಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಖುಷಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ SS ನಾಯಕರು ಅವರೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಜಾಬ್ ಸೀಕರ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಜಾಬ್ ಸೀಕರ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಅದಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಜಾಬ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಅದರದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, MSME ಹೇಗೆ ಅದರೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್, ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಜರ್ಗೆ. ಅದು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಾತಾಡುವವರು ಅವರು ಆ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಮೇಕರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೇಮ್ ಚೇಂಜರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವೈ ಮುನಿರಾಜು ಅವರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಸೇವಿಯರ್ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ. ಎಂಥವ್ರು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಕನಸು ಕಂಡು ಈ 3 ಜನವನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಅದೃಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ಗಳು ಬಂದರು, ಓಮನಿಂದಲೂ ಬಂದರು. ಇದು ಅದ್ಭುತ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವವರು. ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಮುನಿರಾಜು ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಆಗಿ ಲೀಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡು, ಹಾಗೆ ಈ 3 ವಿಭಾಗಗಳು ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್, ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟೂರಿಸಂ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವರು ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಸಿಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಕೂಡ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ತರುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೂತ್. ಅದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾಂದಿ ಹಾಡಿದವರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವೈ ಮುನಿರಾಜು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ್, MBA ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪುಟ್ಟಣ್ಣ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ದ ಡೀನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್, ಬರೋ ತಿಂಗಳು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡ ಕಾರಣ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಡಿಲೈಟೆಡ್ ಇವತ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಕೊಲಾಬರೇಟ್ ಟು ಕಾಂಪೀಟ್ ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ, ನೋ ಕಟ್ ಥ್ರೋಟ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರೆಡೇಟರಿ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್. ಅದ ಕಾರಣ ಇಂಥ ರೀತಿಯ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಕಲಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಜೀವನ ಪರ್ಯಂತ ನಡೆಯುವ ನಿರಂತರ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ. Because we are committed and completely wedded to the philosophy of lifelong learning. Because we are in the learning society, we are in the learning community, we are all belonging to one community called community of practice. So ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಸಿಒಪಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಬಹಳ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಕಂಡಿದೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದು ಯಶಸ್ಸಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾರಣೀಭೂತರು. ನಾನು ಆಜಾದಿ ಕಾ ಅಮೃತ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದು ದಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 1% improvement in 100 different ways is always better than 100% improvement in only one way. ಈ ಮೂರು ಜನ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದವರು, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು 3 ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ KGF ನಾಗೆ, ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಡ್ರಾ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಮೂಲಕ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಆಶಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
Thank you, sir, for your presidential remarks. Well, good looks attract the eyes and good personality attracts the heart. With great looks and humbling personality, we have our Honorable Vice-Chancellor who has definitely walked to the top. Can we give a big round of applause to Professor Vice-Chancellor. Life gives great memories, and the best memories are captured in mementos. May I now please request Shri C.A. S.S. Nayak sir to hand over a token of appreciation, a memento to our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor P. Subramanian Yadapadikaya sir. Right. I request sir to give to Professor Y.P. sir, C.A.S.S. Nayak sir, kindly hand over it to Professor P. Subramanian. We have our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, and he is such a person to bring all the Trimurtis together. May I please request Professor P. Subramanian sir to hand over a token of appreciation to Dr. Rajesh Nayak. Requesting our Honorable Vice-Chancellor to present a token of appreciation to Shri C.A. Gokuldas Pai. Humbling moment for us. May I request Professor P. Subramanian Yadapadikaya sir to hand over the memento to Shri C.A. S.S. Nayak sir. We have our organizing secretary, Professor Y. Muniraju sir, with 1 or 2 words.
We take only one word. In the word, we are asked a question: does the God exist? ದೇವರು ಇದ್ದಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ದೇವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಸ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್. ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸೇ ಅಂತ. 3 ಉತ್ತರ. ಡಸ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್? ಡಸ್ ಡೋನರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್? ದಾನಿಗಳು ಇದ್ದಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಉತ್ತರ. ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ದಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ನಮಗೆ ದಾನ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. CSS ನಾಯ್ಕ್ ಸರ್ ಆಸೆ ದಾನಿಗಳು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ದಾನಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನೇ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ದಾನಿಗಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಾನಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Thank you so much, sir. We have Dr. Pujanaki with the words that we are most waiting, and that is the words of gratitude. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, all of you. Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor P. Subramanian sir, and other eminent dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and student friends. My role is to offer gratitude to the people who made this function very successful. The inspiration of this program is none other than our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor theoretical plan. Because of his consistent support and encouragement, we could do this program and the success even that we can see now. So, on behalf of all the department, all three departments, I express my gratitude to our Honorable Vice-Chancellor. Morning we had 3 sessions. The first session was held by Dr. Rajesh Nayak. He spoke on empowerment of Indian youths for global jobs. The talk was very delighted and it was very humorous and also thought-provoking. So on behalf of Mangalore University and all the three departments, I express my thanks to Dr. Rajesh Nayak. The second session was led by Chartered Accountant Gokul Das by the World Bank Executive and Founding Chairman of Washington DC Charter. He spoke on capability to equip for white collar jobs globally. He has given enormous information about the capability that we have to equip to become more competitive in the competitive world. Mangalore University is grateful to you, sir, for having served in our meeting. And the third resource person was Dr. C.A. S.S. Nayak. He spoke on maker and game changer through business. And also his book was released by Honorable Vice-Chancellor. He has quoted many lifetime valuable issues. And he has insisted and requested all of us to follow those goals to become success in the life. So on behalf of all the three departments and Mangalore University, I express my gratitude to CASS. Thank you. And as a keynote speaker, I have to say, our senior professor and well-known economist and also syndicate member and chairman of the economics department, who has given a complete picture since 1947 till today about the Indian economy. So we are very grateful to you, sir. Thank you. The organizing secretary and Dean Faculty of Commerce, Professor Vaimani Raju, who is the backbone of the success of this program and who struggled and strived to conduct this program very successfully and very conveniently and very effectively. So we are all thankful to you, sir. And my friend Dr. Parameshwar, the chairman of the Department of Commerce, he also supported and he has given wholehearted support and cooperation to conduct this program. I thank you, sir. And all faculty members of the three departments and the departments, research scholars, and all my dear students from the Department of Commerce, from the Department of Business Administration, and from the Department of Economics. Because of your presence, we made this program very, very success. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being a part of our every endeavor. Well, with the conclusion that we are coming of the inauguration, it is a proved point that food for thought has definitely taken up an upper hand than food for body. May I please now request the organizing secretary to escort our Vice-Chancellor, and can we have a big round of applause for all the men on the dais. Thank you, sirs. I request the resource persons to be kindly here for a few minutes. Anything. We are having the eminent speakers because this opportunity will never come back again, where we are having three eminent speakers of world repute with us. Any questions? Because we had the panel discussion aspect. So any questions, any interactions, we request you to raise at least one or two, because we had the best things coming further. Empowerment of Indian youth, capacity to equip for white collar jobs, and how do you change your life through business. Any questions? It would be a pleasure. I know your fellow students will not put you down because you know you are very late. We give you a plus sign, the next class is cancelled. Okay? So that is a best positive thing. So can you have the questions coming up? If you give the best questions, your afternoon session is cancelled. Yes, please. Any questions? Any interactions? It need not be queries. It could be your inputs. Yes, we have a question.
We know like the person, it's a saying like when the people born in India and they are having the education here, they are getting all the resources here. But after that, they will go to abroad for any jobs because here job opportunities are not there. But once they go outside and have like they will settle there. After that, they are like most of the people are not coming back to India to provide job opportunities here. So why is that so, sir?
No, a mic would be good.
Yeah, this is a very good question, and there is a lot of talk happening about brain drain because whoever is qualified here gets qualified and then they go abroad and settle there. There are two points here. One is whether that is good. In some way, it is good because in what way it is good is those people who are settling abroad, they are, for example, there are a lot of companies where Indians are occupying very good positions in various places. So that has given a lot of soft power to India as a country. Soft power is one of the very important things for India to manage globally, and whenever Indians are in right positions across different countries, whether it's US or Australia or UK, they command a lot of influence over the governments there. For example, even in US, when US makes any policies regarding India, or even UK government makes any policies regarding India, it is the Indian delegation there, Indian population there, which has a very strong network, a lot of corporates in India there, who exert a strong influence over the government there to while they make specific policies relating to India, bringing investments to India, lot of jobs which are outsourced to India, and also a lot of companies in US when they decide to set up branches in India. These are the kind of soft power which Indians who have been settled abroad tries to influence. So India has got a soft power globally because of key Indians occupying different positions, whether it's Middle East or even advanced Western economy. But at the same time, there should always be a right balance regarding this, because if everybody, all the talent keeps moving abroad, then there will not be enough things to because one of the ways is, if you see US universities or UK universities, it is Chinese and Indians who are in most numbers, and once they finish their graduation, they find a job there and never come back to India. So the thing is, moment somebody goes abroad to study, their objective is not to come back but settle down there. And China also had a lot of this problem when almost like 90+% of Chinese students who went to US universities settled there. But that has started changing, at least in China. The numbers have come down substantially, and people have started going back because Chinese economy started going up, their venture capital startup systems started going up, government invested a lot on resources. Same thing should happen to India, where government creates a lot of incentives, there are a lot of job opportunities, and several industries boom, and then people will start coming back to India. So I think India being one of the fastest growing economy in next couple of years, these things may change, and we'll see a lot of Indians coming back and working in different industries. It's already there in several industries like pharma, in space, and even in research, where India is investing a lot. A lot of people who are going abroad is expected to come back, at least in the future. Thank you.
That means brain earlier, next 25 years there will be brain gain.
Well, definitely again, any more queries? If there is any one more query. No? We had one query earlier. Any queries?
ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ.
Yes.
ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ. Sir, this is only a clarification from our proposal, sir. Sir, our students wanted to apply for IBRD, IMF, World Bank. What is the procedure there? Is there any job opportunities for International Bank for Reconstruction, IMF, Asian banks? Because the BRICS is also, Indians is also, first one is about that. What is the procedure for appointment there? And is there any provision for projects? Collaborative projects, what is the funded by IMF, World Bank, like this, sir?
Recruitment happens through the normal process. All the jobs in the bank are advertised in this job portal and it comes. But one thing which I want to highlight for all the young people is in World Bank, every year there is a program called Young Professionals, which we call as YP. So anybody below 35 years of age can apply. You can see the process in the bank's website. And up to the age of 35 years, anyone can keep applying. So that is the easiest way to get into the World Bank. And but the challenge is the people who apply for YP should have a very strong CV. But again, you should demonstrate that you have done something, because World Bank, what it does is gives loan to all the poor countries, and development is one of the objectives. So for YP, somebody should have a PhD and also some very good experience working in different NGOs. You have to show that you have done a lot towards development and poverty reduction. If you have some experience working in some villages or some NGOs and towards poverty reduction, towards people, women empowerment, climate change, gender, and these kind of things you have to market and show in your CV and apply. So I think why young professional is one of the ways for younger people to enter into the World Bank, and it's also fast track to grow in the organization. And talking about the projects, a lot of bank projects, the procurement process is advertised and firms can submit bid to the bank's website. And as for the bank's process, all these expression of interest will be profiled, shortlisted, and somebody with relevant experience for the advertised projects will be shortlisted. Thank you.
One more thing is, if you get job in World Bank, no income tax at all. Whatever salary you get without any single rupee income tax. That is the beauty in correct, no?
That is why they say the last word of the CA definitely matters, you know. So this is where things would definitely go to the next level. Wishing each one of you the best, because when you look at personalities like this, we need to draw inspiration that when they can do, why not me? With this note, we definitely give a fruitful ending to the program that we have started. I know we have taken a little longer, but when things are not in the comfort zone, then only we excel. So taking this point, can we now all saying the best wishes to all the three, a big round of applause. First for their presence, second for their thoughts, and third for their selfless giving and the best knowledge sharing. Thank you, guys. And now, can we all please rise for the national anthem? And we are having a best message where you are sat in the afternoon classes are off. Thanks to the chairperson. Well, can we now move on to the national anthem, please?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय